This week on the Digital Marketing Scoop, I am talking about how to establish yourself as an expert in your industry online. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Digital Marketing Scoop. So in this week's episode, we're going to talk about establishing yourself as an expert in your industry online. So obviously, if people are going to buy from you, you need to establish that trust. And one way to do that online is to make sure that you are answering the questions that people have around your product or service, which is going to showcase your knowledge that you have in your industry and in your sector, and make them more comfortable making a buying or a purchasing decision from you. So how do you go about this online? Well, the first place to start is your own customers. Find out what questions they had, or think of the FAQs in your own business that people have at the moment. What are the questions you're answering every day that you can create video content from those and put those online? Those are it's a great place to start to establish the questions and the queries that people in your industry or your sector have. Another place to look is Google search. Go into Google, start typing in the how-tos or the what-is type questions that are related to your product, to your service, to your industry, and see what autocomplete on Google comes up with. And if you could find loads and loads of information there that's like, yeah, I can answer this, I have expertise in this area. Again, these are all great questions that you can be answering on video. So once you've done that, actually you can also look at tools like Google Trends, Moz Keyword Explorer, Google Keyword Planner, and these will give you all ideas of what people are searching around your product, your service, or your industry. So once you've done that, then you need to establish where your audience is. So for example, if you're in the B2B sector, your audience is probably going to be on LinkedIn. If you're selling mainly to companies, probably the key decision makers are there. If you're selling sunglasses, might be Instagram, might be your main platform. In an ideal world, you're going to want your content to be on every platform. But if you're just starting out, pick the platform where you feel that your customers, your audience, the people in your industry, your sector that you want to get in front of, pick the platform you feel that they're going to be on. So what you need to do then is start publishing your content on those platforms. Start following the relevant people in your industry and in your sector, and start jumping into the conversations they're having. So when they're putting up, polls, when they're putting up questions that they have, you jump into those conversations and you establish yourself as the expert in that sector. Then when they go and visit your profile, they see your content. They see you helping people. They see you answering those questions. All this builds up over time to really establish you and establish your brand as an expert in your industry and in your sector. So as I say, in an ideal world, you will do this across all the platforms. At the end of the day, the more you're publishing to more platforms, it's the more free organic reach you're getting. But definitely it is a fantastic way to position yourself as an expert in your industry, is to just sit down and do Q&A videos. So think of all the questions your customers have, all the questions you find in Google, publish those on all your social media platforms, ideally. As I say, focus on the ones you think are most important. Get involved in the conversations online. Those people will see your name, they will visit your profile, they will see your content. And over time, that will start building your brand, that will start establishing you as the expert in your sector. Thanks for listening. That's been this week's episode of the Digital Marketing Scoop. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of the Digital Marketing Scoop. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please jump into your Apple Podcasts, your Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever your favorite podcast platform is, and just make sure to follow and subscribe. Also, if you'd like to leave a review if you enjoyed the episode, I'd absolutely love for you to do that. We put out an episode every single week, all with digital marketing tips, case studies, ways to build your business with digital marketing. Also, if you are interested in bringing your own business online or looking at scaling your business, we'd love to chat with you here at CLIQ. You can visit us online at cliq.ie.